Didn't she say that to the therapist that that's why I can't move on 100% because what if he comes back and I'm like, oh, girl. She seemed to say she would take him back. No, that's what I thought she said in that scene.
I thought so too, which I thought was a
Wow.
shocking update.
Shocking.
I thought it was a shocking update. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how we're playing this game. And at the same time, I'm trying to give Kyle a little grace here because I understand the half in, half out, you know?
What? No,
And
I don't know.
you don't, well, I think with them, I don't think they dislike each other. I don't think it's like a PK Dory where now
Right.
we're hearing, from recent stories, they're not even on speaking terms. Okay. They're not even speaking to one another. PK wants nothing to do with her. It's getting hostile. I don't think it was ever like that with Mo and Kyle. And I'm not sure Kyle, if the rumors are true that he diddled and daddled over the years, I'm not sure that like super bothered Kyle. Is that because maybe Kyle all along knew that she was a lesbian? Maybe she just kind of had feelings for women but never could explore. I don't know. I understand, I think, more the complexity of their, I think, arrangement, you would say at this point. At the end of that conversation, she says, I think it's time for me to really move on. I think she has moved on in real life, but I don't know. I mean, I think theirs is a little bit different. And to me, they are almost like best friends. And it's almost like they don't want to pull the trigger because, eventually over time, right? You're not going to be best friends anymore if you don't have that connection of still even being married and doing their finances and all that. So, but I
I
think they
mean,
both moved on. And I was surprised to hear that and see that story get picked up so many places because I was like, oh, I thought we'd moved on.
I thought we moved on. You know, what was I gonna say about this? I actually had a point. I had a point. Um, I mean, I know the finances are hard to untangle. I really lost my thoughts of,
Okay. I've
look,
got
the
lots.
children are grown. I mean, Portia's will be out of the house soon. She got the Porsche, but Portia's will be out of the house.
Course.
And right, right, like what's the point? Or it's just, stay married. I think the problem is there are other people that eventually are going to be like, I mean, if Mo has a hot young piece of ass on a regular basis, eventually some girl and or Morgan to Kyle are going to say, like, I want more than this. I want a home with you. I mean, I don't think the next person is going to be just, Nicole got lucky that Morgan tours. She lives life on the road. You're gonna go see James Kennedy. I got a surprise for you. Should I go
Oh,
see? Well, should I go take one for the team and go to one of Morgan's shows?
yes. Yes. Because
I
I want
mean,
to see if
like
it's any good.
this is if you do James Kennedy, I might have to take one for the team and go see Morgan. I got nothing wrong with Morgan. It's Kyle that I feel you're on a reality show. You should well, Dorit and PK went to celebrate Phoenix's birthday. They were together at what is the thing called? Disney World. But
Mhm.
I now remember what I was going to say. The rumor is that this is just a rumor that Dorit has taken advice from a very important attorney, Miss Girardi, a Jane, that she has taken Erica's advice. And she wasn't there, but she's ready. So she's got her T's and her I don't know if she's going to pull the trigger first, but the rumor is that she has listened to her friend, Erica Jane, and she is ready. If PK wants to file, Miss Kemsley is coming out swinging. Go hire Laura Wasser, sweetie. Or one of them should hire Laura Wasser.
So expensive.
Tough, yeah, it's tough. And
Oof.
Sutton says she's
I don't want to
Puerto.
pay like $2,000 an hour. Sorry.
Well, Sutton says she's Puerto. So I don't know if she could afford that. If well,
Poor.
that's what Sutton called
I
her.
like I wouldn't want to pay Laura Wassers. I mean, I think you hire Laura Wasser if you're Kathy and Rick and there's like, 900 million to divide
You know who
and
hired Laura Wasser? That
hmm,
Jennifer. That Jennifer Lopez. You ever hear of her? That Jennifer
well,
Lopez.
for
She
which marriage? She's been married what, 18 times?
for this one, believe it or not.
Oh,
Ben
Ben,
divorced.
he wanted to get divorced. He was ready.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you hire Laura Wasser, Khloe Kardashian did. I think when you've got
Mhm.
like, you've got things in the skeletons in the closet you don't want out. I think she's like that type, but I don't think Dorit needs that. Dorit, you just need a decent LA divorce attorney. Don't go crazy. You don't need a celebrity. You guys aren't trying to protect a huge brand. Whatever happened to Beverly Beach, by the way? Do we get any swimsuits anymore or no?
Well, I prefer Camp Beverly Hills myself. I got some of that. They used to sell it at Fred Siegel exclusively, but
Red Seagulls. Oh,
that's closed.
those were the days.
I don't know. I don't think Beverly Beach is doing too much business in today's day and age. What about your friends Baldoni and Lively?
Baldoni.
Apparently,
Um,
Taylor Swift has kicked her to the curb, and she's very upset about that magazine cover, which showed her, just acting all crazy. And, now they're promoting the new movie with Anna Kendrick. You got any updates here for?
Yeah, we're currently going back and forth between Lively's camp and Baldoni's camp in the amended complaint that Blake Lively had submitted. Okay, so in that amended complaint, Blake Lively submitted that there are two to three other women. We know one of them is Jenny Slate, who was an actress in It Ends With Us, are ready to testify that uh, Baldoni also harassed them. Okay. We still do not know if there are any official HR complaints that were filed to Sony. It looks as though the longer we go on, there aren't. There was just this bizarre back and forth story with Hollywood Reporter. Peter Kiefer is the writer, where he put in his article, he basically did a deep dive, wondering if Justin Baldoni is a member of a Baha'i religion. It's an Iranian sect of religion, very spiritual, like they all are, and much kind of like this hybrid of yoga, maybe like Muslim, very much about community based, giving back to people, joy. Anyhow, and what you come to find out is Jamie Heath, the head of Wayfair Productions, and Steve Sarowitz, who's the billionaire backing Wayfair. They're all members of this Baha'i faith. That's how they all came together. And so the article looks at, is the faith the problem? Because in the faith, you kind of lead with this openness. And Baldoni was having meetings around It Ends With Us where he would often like everybody to come in and reveal something private about yourself or something that brings you joy. Now, can you imagine you and me when we first met? And I said, David, I would like to have a Zoom with you where you tell me one of your darkest secrets or you reveal something that brings you joy.
Well, yesterday we decided that I have no joy in life other than spending money and sleeping.
Now, can you imagine you and me?
I'm the wrong
Right.
person to ask. There's
So,
there's there's no joy here, Sarah. Spending money, sleeping, and doing this
but I mean, come on,
podcast.
you owned a business. I mean, do you do this foolishness in a business?
No.
So anyway, basically, Peter is in his article is making the argument that Baldoni isn't a bad guy, but they've kind of let this faith lead all of their meetings, and
Mm.
so both parties are wrong. He shouldn't have been so religious, touchy-feely, joyous, all this stuff. And she was creeped out by this. It was too much for her, too over the top with, and he also believes he can speak to the dead because of the Baha'i faith and all this stuff. I kind of like that stuff. I think that's a little kooky, and I'd be like, okay, tell me more. Like, who are you talking to,
You
my love?
like it, but you
Well,
haven't signed up for the psychic source with code Velvet. Pay the
I don't believe any of
$20.
it. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe any of it. Anyhow, so there's a lot of great development. So that was an article, but in it, Peter kept changing the language of there is a complaint. Jenny Slate made a complaint. No, Sony was just aware of her feelings.